Hello, this is Sarah Davies,
This is Matt Davies.
and we've just completed our third session of Love Lab, which was about the raw spots.
It's from Sue Johnson's work, Hold Me Tight. It's a third conversation there.
And the raw spots are those places that touch those very, very early vulnerabilities, probably from childhood, yes, or probably from a previous relationship even, or maybe from your own relationship from earlier on when you may have had a bad argument and something hurtful happened to you and you just can't forget it and you can't forgive your partner for it. It was so painful.
And usually we're trying to avoid feeling them with our coping strategies when we get into a conflict, when we find ourselves going round in loops on a conflict. That would be something, and
yeah, because
this
the
is
coping
about
strategy
what's underneath.
is anger or defensiveness.
Are you cutting in on me? Trying to make a video, cutting in.
Okay, so that's a good example. So when she says that, I feel like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I've done something wrong. I've got the desertion raw spot. So there are three main raw spots: desertion.
And the one I have it was my go-to maybe is what's underneath for me is feeling deprived. Deprived of comfort, contact.
Sure.
And then the other one is rejection.
Yeah.
Where you just feel like you're just not good enough.
And so when I hear something critical, I go into shutdown and close off. I'm kind of fuming with anger and ruminating on negative appraisals of you and how horrible you are.
Oh, I love you, darling. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, of course, that confirms your own belief that somehow I'm depriving you of any contact or any emotional contact. So the way out of these cycles is to get to the vulnerability rather than the surface emotions.
The way we're working with it in our group is around it being embodied. How can we actually feel how we are? So we're in the present rather than the past or the future.
So, and that's really underneath all that is the sweet spot. And that's when you can touch the sweet spot, when you can cut through all the jazz of the surface emotion, which is just ego, protecting your vulnerable ego from the pain and the hurt and the grief and the sorrow, the vulnerability, and you can get to the sweet spot. That's what we're practicing, but it takes time.
The point. It's a really nice way of saying it.
Yeah, thank you. And it takes practice, doesn't it?
And a lot of courage, because we don't want our partner to see us like that. We think
who does?
Yeah, who does?
Exactly.
We want to present ourselves as someone very
That's why
together.
I'm probably going to another
confident.
room and sulk.
Yeah, sweet.
But we haven't done that for a while, thankfully. So that's it. That was today's Love Lab session.
Yeah.
Goodbye from Love Lab.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.